Go, Daniel.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to today's webinar titled Transforming Customs, Modernization, Digitalization, and Trade Facilitation. This webinar is being organized by the Gozo Business Chamber in collaboration with the Malta Tax and Customs Administration within the Ministry for Finance and with the support of our corporate sponsor, Bank of Valletta. You're welcome to use the Q&A box at any time to submit your questions. We will address them towards the end of the session. We are very pleased to welcome a distinguished panel of speakers who will be sharing insights on the latest developments that will significantly impact customs procedures, trade facilitation, and regulatory compliance for businesses. To begin, I have the pleasure of introducing the President of the Gozo Business Chamber, Michael Gallia, who will deliver the opening address.
Good afternoon. On behalf of the Gozo Business Chamber, I would like to welcome you to today's webinar. This is being organized in collaboration with the Malta Tax and Customs Administration. I would also like to express our thanks to Bank of Valletta, our corporate sponsor, for the continued support in our initiatives. Today's session comes at a crucial time. As regulatory frameworks evolve and digitalization continues to reshape the way we do business, it is essential that we as professionals and entrepreneurs stay informed about the changes that will impact our work and our clients. This is particularly true for businesses operating in Gozo, where connectivity and access to information are critical for competitiveness. This webinar is part of our ongoing commitment to ensure that the business community in Gozo remains engaged, prepared, and proactive in facing new developments. We are grateful to the team at the Malta Tax and Customs Administration for their collaboration and for sharing their expertise with us today. I encourage all participants to take full advantage of this session, ask questions, and engage actively. Thank you once again for being with us. I now invite Mr. Joseph Caruana, Commissioner for Tax and Customs, to deliver his opening remarks. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Gani, Mr. Borch. Good afternoon and thanks for this opportunity to share with you our challenges and our developments in the Malta Tax and Customs Administration. In fact, this year we are on the third year of our three-year transformation strategy that has been launched in 2023. And we are in the process of extended and building a new strategy, a five-year strategy based on this, the results of the first strategy that we have launched. The Tax and Customs Administration is based on delivering transformation based on three pillars: on innovation, efficiency, and compliance. We are after a fully digitalized transformation platform for both the tax and customs administration. This reform is made up on five pillars, building a stronger foundation. Therefore, we know that Malta Tax and Customs Administration are made up of three legacy departments: the Inland Revenue Department, the VAT Department, and the Customs Department, that have a long history and a lot of experience, and therefore building on that strong foundation, and therefore in having one administration to ensure that we derive the benefits from economies of scale, synergy between the resources, and also increase efficiency and effectiveness. We are also establishing a new governance structure wherein we have already amended the Revenue Act that we have introduced a board of governance and a board of governance in order to deal with the strategy of the MTCA, when we are in the process of appointing the members. Above all, we are in the process of reviewing all revenue management legislations to have to draft a new corporate management revenue act in order to align, to streamline procedures and legislation, and to improve and modernize where possible. We have also we are engaged in improving customer engagement, and therefore we have engaged through this and other similar events like this one that we are participating. We are also increased our presence on social media and in direct contact with through SMSs, through that notification, wherein we are much more closer to our clients in order to improve their experience as regards to services being provided. We are also intensifying international collaboration, wherein I am pleased to note that we have full support of the International Monetary Fund in supporting this modernization process, and also of the Commission, wherein we have succeeded to be awarded more than 5 projects in different fields, including customs and taxation, wherein we've been participating in a number of workshops and seminars in order to improve our operations. And last but not least, in investing in technology. In fact, we are in the process of finalizing the procurement process. We are in the appeal stage for an integrated tax and customs administration system, moving digital, wherein the different standalone systems from tax to customs will be having 2 platforms talking to each other, integrating to each other in order to have a new integrated tax and customs administration system. At present, we are at the appeal stage, and we look forward that by the last quarter of this year, we'll be able to identify the bidder, the selected bidder, and we'll be able to chart the plan of action so that come 2026, we start implementing. We are after a cost system, therefore we will be procuring a cost system that should be 70% already developed, and therefore that will help us to not speed up, but to be much more agile in the implementation of the system. We have also, as everybody knows, we have invested in AI, and I'm pleased that we have concluded the first phase, and we are in the process of formalizing a second phase. The first phase consisted of carrying out verifications of taxpayers, integrating information, data from customs and tax and VAT, wherein we are verifying the different taxpayers, both at individual taxpayers, at company level, and also at sector level. The second phase will be much more interesting, wherein we'll be switching on data analytics, machine learning, and predictive analysis in order to so that we continue build on the first phase of the information. Therefore, we'll be much more able to predict, analyze behavior, and also act in a more efficient and effective manner. Also, concurrent with this, obviously there is a business process reengineering, both at customs and also at taxation, wherein we are looking at all the process and procedure that we have in place in order to fit in with the new system and ensure that our standards will be in line with international best practices and standards. All this in the new system will, after streamlining tax collection, will be able to go for compliance by design, and therefore being much more data centric and customer centric, having automated reporting and analytics, integrated systems wherein there will be interoperability both at national level, internally at MTCA, but also with other regulatory bodies, and both national and international. And as I said, being digital centric digital service in order to ensure that the client will be at the center of all of this exercise, in order to ensure that the service we provide will be 24/7. It will be to the highest level, and that is expected in today's and in the future. All this to conclude my short introduction, and then I leave it to the new appointed Director General Alan Mamo to continue on focusing on customs. The digitalization for Malta Tax and Customs should be able to achieve streamlining our processes and reducing administrative burden, increase efficiency, compliance, and data accuracy, facilitating easier cross-border trade and tax collection, be proactive and customer-centric organization, and last but not least will be data intelligent driven approach. All this is being done. Obviously, there's a lot of support, as I said, at international level and also at local level, and also thank other stakeholders, both from the professional bodies, but also other institutions, constituted bodies that are supportive of our initiative. I thank you, and I pass the communicate to
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Thank you, Mr. Caruana. As you said, we will now move on to the main presentations of this session that will guide us through the recent developments which have as their main objective that of facilitating and streamlining processes and procedures in the import and export process. To you, Alan.
First of all, thank you, also Business Chamber, for the invitation. Yes, we're taking presently key steps to continue improving our efficiency, especially our border operations. In fact, processing times for shipments will and are significantly being reduced, allowing for smoother trade flows. Also, we'll be introducing real-time communication, which will be explained later into the presentation, with other border agencies to strengthen coordination. Also, compliance with international standards remain top priority, aligning with global trade practices, and through ongoing training, we are ensuring our customs staff, our customs personnel stay prepared and adaptable in the rapidly evolving environment. Here, the state bill outlines the main systems introduced as part of the Union Customs Code work program. These are just the main system. Many of these critical systems have already been implemented. In fact, you can see the NCTS, the new computerized transit system. It was implemented in late February or early March. The National Import System in March, and the arrival notification, presentation notification, temporary storage, replacing the old manifest module, also have been implemented in parallel with the National Import System. Now, we are waiting for the go live of the AES, the Automated Export System, which will be replacing the National Export System. In fact, it will go live next Monday. Then it will be followed with the centralized clearance. We'll explain later in the presentation about this new concept and also the centralized clearance for export. In fact, we have implemented NCTS, as I already explained earlier this year. What does the system stand for? The new NCTS is an EU-led electronic system used to track goods moving across multiple countries under customs control without paying import duties at each border. It is mandatory for goods moving under the Common Transit Convention between the EU, EFTA countries like Norway, Switzerland, now also the United Kingdom and a few others. Traders submit electronic transit declarations, which are shared between customs officers to ensure goods reach their destination without diversion. NCTS, it was well noted, NCTS applies to both non-EU goods, which we call them T1 or 32-1 procedure, and EU goods moving through non-EU countries. What are the key benefits? First, most important, better data accuracy, which means we get accurate and reliable info for shipments crossing borders. Next, enhanced integration. The system talks really well with others, so transit moves faster, and finally, it streamlines customs procedures, making things simpler and smoother for business involved in international trade. Our new systems are designed to make customs processes faster, more efficient, and better connected. The updated national import system is ready to link with the Certex platform. We'll explain the Certex again later in the presentation, which allow smoother coordination between customs and other government agencies, handling checks on health and safety issues amongst others. This integration will help reduce delays and improve control at the border. It is now, it is very important, fully in line with EU standards. Also worth to note that this upgrade completed last March was the first major improvement since 2016, bringing us up to date with the latest European requirements. With the launch of the new import system, we'll soon enable the use of the simplified and the supplementary customs declaration. That's why I mentioned that when I presented the table, that these were only just the main systems. Now, there will be ancillary systems with these main systems. One of them are the simplified and supplementary customs declaration. What does this essentially mean? This means declarants can submit a simplified declaration first, containing only the essential details needed for clearance at the border, such as the buyer seller basic description of goods will suffice. The full detailed information will then be provided later through the supplementary declaration, which must be submitted within a specific time frame, usually 10 days as per the EU rule, the EU regulations. This new approach will help definitely speed up clearance, benefiting most importantly regular importers and those handling with time-sensitive shipments. Arrival notification, presentation notification, and temporary storage. This new system, again implemented in March alongside the import system upgrade, replaces the old manifest module that has been in use since before Malta joined in the European Union. So we are talking about 2003, if I'm not mistaken. It includes advanced pre-arrival notification feature referred to as ANTS, Arrival Notification, Presentation Notification, Temporary Storage Declaration, that improve the accuracy and clarity of goods information before they reach the border. The key benefits are very clear: faster benefits that helps reduce cost for businesses, less paperwork by cutting down manual processing, and greater predictability, giving better control and forecasting of goods movement. Overall, this upgrade modernizes our customs processes and supports smoother trade flows in line with the EU standards. This system also offers several important features to improve customs operation. First, it provides advanced visibility of goods before they actually arrive at the border, allowing for faster and more efficient processing. As we mentioned, it replaces the old manifest system with a modern automated solution, early and structured submission, giving customs authorities more time to assess risks and carry out targeted security checks. Finally, its modular design allows easy integration with other EU systems like ICS2 and NCTS, ensuring our customs infrastructure is ready for future developments. Now, as we mentioned, the automated export system replacing the previous national export system will go live next Monday, 21st July. The system integrates AES with ECN+. These were two different systems talking to each other. Now they will be integrated into just one system, focusing on improving the exit procedure for goods leaving the country. Through CERTEX integration and through Customs System Director Trade Facilitation, will explain in more detail what this CERTEX is all about, enables seamless information sharing and digital cooperation between customs and other EU authorities. The key benefits include simplified procedures that ease both customs and non-customs clearances, and faster processing thanks to the streamlined data exchange, helping exporters move goods more efficiently. Now we'll move to the centralized clearance of imports, the CCI system, which allows importers, this is definitely a new concept, to submit their customs declarations and complete clearance at a single customs office of their choice, instead of having to do this where the goods physically arrive. This means importers can handle all the necessary paperwork and approvals from Malta, for example, even if their shipments come into different ports or entry points in the EU. The system offers much flexibility, making it easier and more convenient for business to manage their imports. Overall, the centralized clearance for import reduces the need for physical presence at border location, speeds up to the clearance process, and helps importers plan and coordinate their operations more efficiently. The centralized clearance for export. Well, the centralized clearance of import allows importers to handle customs clearance from a single chosen office, regardless of where goods arrive. The CCE provides a similar benefit for exporters. With CCE, with the centralized clearance for export, exporters can submit their export declaration and complete customs clearance at the customs office, no matter where the goods physically leave the country. The system supports electronic submission and processing of export documents from these central points. After clearance, goods can exit through any authorized border or port. This means exporters don't need to be physically present at the exit points, simplifying and speeding up the export process. Implementation of the National Single Window. The National Single Window is another key initiative aimed at fully digitizing and automating customs processes by the end of this year. We are committed to complete all these systems we are referring to today by the end of this calendar year. The purpose of the National Single Window is to boost efficiency across both import and export procedures by enabling seamless data sharing among all relevant authorities and stakeholders via a single unique platform. A crucial feature of the National Single Window is its integration with non-customs systems, local non-customs systems, including trade and other regulatory agencies. This integration will help streamline approvals and minimize delays caused by separate, disconnected processes. Important to know that by implementing the National Single Window through the recovery and resilience plans, we are modernizing our trade infrastructure, reducing paperwork. Merely now we will move to total without paper, and aligning with international best practices supporting faster and smoother cross-border trade. The new system is built around a number of key features that support both efficiency and security. First, it enables full digitalization and automation, covering everything from the submission of import and export declaration to the release of the goods. The whole import or export life cycle will be completed with the help of this National Single Window. We have also introduced data reuse by the system, meaning information entered once by the economic operator, by the declarant, can be shared across other entities. This eliminates the need for duplicate data entry, cross-departmental integration, which is another important feature. Clearance involving multiple entities will now be processed through the National Single Window, thus reducing the need for physical visits. The system also supports paperless customs by replacing manual steps with fully automated ones, helping to streamline procedures and reduce administrative overhead. Last but not least, it contributes to EU border security by supporting more effective and digital pre-arrival and clearance procedures, allowing better targeting and risk management at entry points. The new system, finally, capitulate about the National Single Window, several important benefits for both economic operators and the administration as customs and Malta Customs Administration. First, we will be seeing enhanced efficiency, which means customs clearance is faster, reduces delays and support smoother trade flows. Secondly, there are cost savings by eliminating repetitive data submission and paperwork. Both businesses and customs authorities reduce their administrative burdens. Third, the system support improve compliance. Automation helps ensure the declaration meet legal requirements and reduce the risk of human error. Finally, this approach is user-friendly. Economic operators no longer need to visit customs offices in person and other offices, as most processes are now handled digitally. This creates a more streamlined and accessible experience. Trusted trader programs, the ATO concept, the trusted and check customs concept. The Authorized Economic Operator Program recognizes businesses that demonstrate high levels of compliance and security. AEO-certified traders benefit from reduced physical inspections and quicker customs clearance. Building on this, a local trust and check approach balances trust with ongoing targeted controls. While trusted operators enjoy streamlined processes, customs maintains oversight and focused check to protect the supply chain. Together, these initiatives strengthen supply chain security without compromising compliance and efficient trade flows. Shift towards post-release controls. We are now moving towards a system that emphasizes post-release controls. Instead of inspecting every shipment physically at the border, we focus our resources on monitoring goods after they have been actually released. This approach allows faster clearance times and reduces congestion at border points. So far, this strategy has brought our control rates down from 15 to 18% to 8% over the past year, and we are aiming to reach the 5%. By adopting a risk-based strategy, inspections are concentrated on shipments that pose higher risk, ensuring security while facing legitimate trade. For our conclusion, I will leave the floor to Andrew Kassar to explain further regarding the SERTEX, which was repetitively mentioned during this presentation.
Good afternoon. I am Andrew Kassar, Assistant Director, Trade Facilitation, and I'm going to give you an overview of the EU single window. The EU single window and its core engine called the EU SERTEX, hence while we refer to it as SERTEX, is continuously being developed by the EU, and it connects customs systems with non-customs regulatory authority systems through one integrated framework. The customs systems are the import, export, and transit applications, whereas the other non-customs systems are operated by non-customs authorities to issue their licenses, clearances, and certificates for customs clearance. When one submits a customs declaration with a non-customs certificate, for example, a veterinary certificate like the CHD or an organic certificate, SERTEX instantly retrieves, validates, and integrates the data into the customs system for clearance. It also has quantity management apart from the validity checks, which I mentioned before. It ensures compliance with quotas and reserves once allocated quantity. For example, like the F-gas or ODS, the ozone depleting substances. It reserves once allocated quantity upon declaration and locks that reservation across all member states, preventing oversupply in the single market. What are the business benefits of this system? Well, it offers clearances, all clearances from all other departments through one framework, hence reducing delays, faster clearances, reduce costs, and better compliance. In all, there are some 24 non-customs systems which are to be integrated with the system. There are 8 systems which are to be integrated by the end of 2025, and another 12 systems, non-custom systems, by 2031. I'm sorry, the slides are not available with your main slides, but these will be available when we send them to you. Now, I'll pass to mention which are the 8 non-custom systems which are to be integrated by the end of 2025. These are the health certificates, like the CHD certificates, like the veterinary certificates, the port health certificates. These non-custom systems are already developed and are already used right now. There's going to be also the ODS, the ozone depleting substance system, which is going to be integrated. The F-gas, the fluorinated greenhouse gases. The COI, regarding the certificate of organic inspection. And ICG, the import of cultural goods. The other 12 systems, which are being integrated by 2021, are the following: the CBAM, the carbon border adjustment mechanism, which is envisaged for January 2026, the dual use goods, the EU scientists, the flagged license, the flagged certificate, the product compliance regarding construction products, the deforestation due diligence statement, the fishery catch certificates, the LN1 regarding agricultural license like the agri, forced labor, waste shipments, EU CITES phase 2 regarding endangered species for export, not for import, the digital product passport regarding detergents and toy safety, the agricultural license LN2 phase 2, the proof of origin, and firearms regarding these regards all regarding licenses, certificates, and clearances from other departments, which are to be integrated with the customs support systems, so that there will be one type of examinations and that all through one system. Although one should also mention that although these are going to be integrated by 2021 and by the end of 2025, these are being rolled out sequentially. That's all from my side. Maybe
Yes.
Thank you.
To recapitulate as a conclusion, at the heart, as a conclusion to this presentation, at the heart of our transformation is a clear goal to build a modern, agile, and efficient administration that truly serves the need of today's trade environment. We are driven by a commitment to excellence, focusing on delivering high-quality, responsive service while strengthening our collaboration with all stakeholders, both public and private. As the Commissioner mentioned in his introduction, at the same time, we are shaping a future-ready organization. This means embracing innovation and digital tools, ensuring ongoing effectiveness and operational efficiency, and equipping ourselves to meet emerging challenges. Our aim is not only to keep pace with change, but to lead in supporting sustainable growth and smarter border management. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mamo and Mr. Kassar, for that insightful presentation. It's sure a lot to digest, but that goes to credit the Malta Customs Administration for the very significant developments that are being made. It is now the time for our Q&A session. I encourage all attendees to submit their questions via the chat function or the appropriate Q&A function, and I will direct them to our speakers.
We have the first one, Daniel.
Yes.
Shall I read it or you?
Sorry, Richard?
Shall I read it or you?
Yes, Richard, because I'm not able to see it.
Mana. So a question to the MTCA. You mentioned the computer transit system and a number of other systems which will definitely facilitate and reduce the administrative burden. If we have any difficulties, to whom should we refer our queries?
Yes, actually, we have our help desk, which it can be accessed through our portal, the customs.gov.mt, and there is a help desk actually on each new system, which has been implemented and is going to go live in the next couple of months. And if you would like, I will share the link with you. But it is easily accessible and from the main page of the customs portal.
Next question. You mentioned the Trusted Trader program and the targeted controls. I did not understand clearly how these targeted controls will work. Can you please explain further?
Yes, and there is the concept of AEO, authorized economic operators. They would need to go through the economic operators which applied for this program would need to go through a rigorous process. They would be presented with a certificate which would be recognized across all member states and internationally, which means that you are a trusted partner with customs. However, because of this rigorous process, we are also considering declared and economic operators as trusted partners with customs locally, so they would benefit from reduced controls and other checks.
So far, we don't have any more questions.
I have one on my part. It's either Ellen or Andrew can answer it. You mentioned the post-release controls. How will this? Can you go a bit deeper into it? How will this turn out in the coming months?
Yes, and we go many years ago, customs used to check all the consignments. Can you imagine all the consignments entering into Malta before the EU accession? 100% controls. Now, obviously, as the days goes by, we introduced a risk management system, and so physical checks were conducted based on risk criteria and random selection. Since last year, we had 20% of physical controls, of physical inspections. Now, we would be moving for lesser physical controls, but with more targeted post-release controls. The EU legislation allows the customs authorities of the member states to go back 3 years, asking for documents to see whether each consignment or each imported item was actually declared as per the EU legislation. The thing is that with this approach, we are expecting a faster release, which ultimately is what the economic operators and what the business would like. A container arrives today, and if there is no physical controls, actually the import declaration, when the goods actually arrive in Malta, an import declaration can be submitted. The risk analysis result, okay, will be provided just 1 hour after the submission of the import declaration. So let's say a container entered Malta right now. The declaration is accepted, we call it, in the customs area, because the goods are actually in Malta. The declarant can now, because we provide a 24/7 service, can input the declaration right now. The risk analysis result, which means whether it is green or red, whether it needs to be physically inspected or goods released, which now we are saying that there will be 95% green released. When the result is out, is green, he can pay online right now, get the receipt, and the container can exit the free port or from whatever port it reaches today. So when we're saying we are moving to post-release control rather than physical controls, so controls after release rather than before release, it means that there will be faster clearances of the goods.
Thank you very. I don't know, Richard, if there are any more questions.
Yes, we have a new one. So, I am a new business and I will be importing from abroad. Given all these developments, what do I need to do?
It's quite a simple and straightforward answer. If you are not in customs, you would need to reach out to a customs clearing agent of your choice to guide you through the whole process. Ultimately, if you do not have access to the import system, it's quite technical, a declarant would need to submit an import declaration on your behalf. So to avoid any disappointing, not to disappoint yourself and to ensure the faster clearance, you would need, or anyone who is new to customs procedures, to reach out to a customs broker, customs clearing agent.
Thank you very much. I don't know, Richard, if there are any more questions.
That's it.
Okay, so thank you all. I don't know if you have any more, the commissioner or either Mr. Kassar or Mr. Mamo, if you have any more remarks. As we come to the end of today's session, I would like to thank you all of our speakers, Commissioner Caruana, Mr. Mamo, and Mr. Kassar, for their valuable insights, and all of you for attending and engaging with us. And these ongoing reforms, as we have seen, will shape the future of customs operation in Malta and Gozo. And we believe that dialogue with the business community is essential to their success. In fact, when I reached to Commissioner Caruana, he immediately accepted. So thank you very much. Thank you also to Bank of Valletta for their support, and to our team, especially to Richard Gregg, our technical coordinator, for coordinating this event. We look forward to continuing this conversation and supporting our members through the changes ahead. Also, if we have any material from the Customs and Tax Administration, we will share it with you. Thank you once again, and have a pleasant afternoon. Thank you.
Thank you very much for the opportunity given to us.
Thank you.
Thanks. Good afternoon.